I'm not good at whistling, so yeah, it's happy birthday. Pretty much tomorrow's my birthday. Welcome to Gear Talks, another fun Thursday. Yeah, happy to see you guys. Really, I'm not gonna lie. This video, I know I said these would be Gear 4 related, and I'm pretty much doing this in one shot. So sorry, I keep itching my nose. I get an itchy nose doing these for some reasons. Yeah, I know I said a lot of these would be Gear 5 related heading into E3, but since this is the day before my birthday, and I'm recording this a little earlier because I have a lot of stuff coming up because of my birthday, I thought I would just make a video talking about whatever I felt like. And I felt like talking about my favorite character. Dizzy's been on my mind for a bit. Actually, this won a poll I originally put up that only lasted a few hours on who would win between Dizzy or my least favorite character, Kate. And Dizzy won, thank God, because I would have lost my mind talking about Kate. So I just want to talk about Dizzy. You know, this isn't a character discussion. This isn't talking about anything he might be in 5. I mean, I could bring it up, I guess. It's nothing like that. I just want to talk about Dizzy. I don't even have notes. I don't have a script. I guess I'll give you a little background because this video is going to be a short one today. Yeah, in the background when I do things, I don't really write scripts too often. I do now and then write scripts. Normally I have bullet points or notes for everything I'm going to cover and I go off from there. That's why they're discussions and I'm not trying to make them like really informative things. I don't have scripts normally written. Sometimes I do. I do actually have scripts sometimes. But I feel better just going off the cuff with notes and doing research here and there, even though I get it wrong half the time. Yeah. So I just want to talk about Dizzy. You know, no cuts or anything, just a straightforward video. Itch my face, adjust my hat, mess ups. I don't really care. It's just, I just want to make this one for fun. This is a 100% fun video. I just want to talk about him. And yeah, screw everything else. So the reason Dizzy's my favorite character, and I already said I would talk about this kind of when I did my my top 10s, or top 5, whichever you want to take it. This is a pretty random rambling video too, sorry about that. But when I did that, I said I'll probably make a video, you know, going in more depth about how I feel about them and everything. And if I ever make character discussions, which I probably won't because that's been done pretty heavily by others like Barricade and like I said, Skull and Bones, I believe, did it here and there. Yeah, I'll probably just stick to talking while I like him. So I've been talking too much. I'm already almost 3 minutes into this. I'm sorry. So Dizzy, he's just a kick-ass character, you know? You go through starting Gears 2, and he's not in any of the books or anything. He is freshly first introduced into. You never meet him up until then. And there he is, just cheerful as ever, you know, going through the motions, pretty much like the redneck character you'd think. He's got the cowboy hat on and everything. And you don't really think much of it. You get info here and there, like he was stranded, lifeboat initiative, all that. And then it gets to the point where when you're going with him to get to the drop zone, you end up having him going up and not fighting against Scourge, but more like just holding him off. Not even holding him off, but just kind of like, okay, take your attention towards me instead of them. And that was kick-ass. Everyone thought he died because those who didn't read the books or comics or anything had no clue what happened to Dizzy. And I won't lie, up until the 3rd, I didn't read any of the books or anything. I had no clue if he was alive or not. I was seriously freaked out because he was my favorite character and all too. You know, Ty was fun, but you know, I didn't get that same feeling of just like this guy's a lovable. I don't even want to call him an a-hole, just a lovable guy in general. You know, Ty was more of the collective badass of the group. But no, Ty just wanted to have fun. He was a chill dude. And then when 3 came along, you know, he's the first one you meet when you're heading to Anvil Gate. He's the first character that's like, how's it going, guys? I'm still alive. And he's holding off a wave, not even a wave, but a small platoon probably of locusts coming at him. He's holding them off by one person. Granted, the fighting probably just started, but he's already holding off one person. They could have easily been like, screw it, let's just bum rush him and take him out here. No, he was holding them off. Delta comes in, saves him. He goes along with Delta. It is kick-ass. He survives through 3. He makes it to the end. He's even driving the sub and everything. Like, he's the guy that gets you to the island. And it's just, you're like, who is this marvel of a man? He's amazing. Because, again, fighting off on his own, goes with you. Anvil Gate, he's there taking care of business too, just like Hoffman and Bernie. He's going down through the sub. He's getting on the island. They also go to Char, and he's still alive. He's fighting against the Queen along with I always forget his name for some reason. Griffin. You know, they're fighting off on the top. They're the last 2 standing, and he was held hostage at that point. Oh, it's just so, I love it so much because He's definitely not, he's a secondary character. He's not one of the main group. By the end of 3, he definitely is. But when you first meet him, he definitely isn't. And here he is, just probably the most badass secondary character entire series, bar none. I can't think of anyone who would top him, really. No to Jace. I'm not going to consider, Anya's one of the main cast at the beginning of 3. I'm not going to consider her one. Him and Clayton are right up there, but I'd say he barely nudges by Clayton. It is, I love it so much. He beats Sam and all of them. Then when you actually read the books, and he's not in the comics that often, for the 3rd volume with Coalitions and stuff, he's in it quite a bit, just a little in the background, he's there. But the books, oh my god. I'm getting excited talking about it, because I was thinking to myself earlier today, I'm either going to be really excited talking about Clayton, or I'm going to be really pissed off talking about Kate. So, in the books, amazing, because you get into his mindset, and you get into why he's there, you get why he's a gear, you get why he's doing everything he's doing, and there's flashbacks in each of the book, and I believe it's the 4th book is the one that focuses on his flashback stuff. He's the main focus of the flashback. You're following Dizzy, and it's just, it blows your mind the things he went through. He starts off as like he's working as in the merchant marines or navy, whichever one it is, and he's sitting there. He's just, he has a wife he married. He's got a kid. She's got a kid. He's a gear. So his son-in-law's a gear, and he's sitting on a boat, and he's like, I'm gonna give up drinking. Life is pretty good. I don't want to waste it. I'm gonna give up drinking. By the way, getting into that, heavy alcoholic. Read the books and everything. He loves his drink. He's not gonna drink when he's in the middle of combat or anything. He's not that dependent on it. But he's a drunk, and his daughters know this. Everyone knows this. He's making shine. It's just crazy. So he decides to give up drink, and he's like, I'm not gonna do it. Then E-Day occurs. As far as he knows, I don't believe he ever finds them. His wife and stepson are dead. And then he is with the civilians that are hired by the COG to go out to places the Locusts have attacked and they've left, because the Locusts are just kind of moving through. They're not staying in areas. And his job is to pretty much dig up rubble or something to find survivors. Now think about this. He's mostly finding dead bodies most of the time. That's pretty much how it's going. His job, and this is where it's amazing and it ties into so many things, he has to go and dig up the rubble at Halvo Bay, I think a month after it was attacked. So that's like a few weeks after Judgment Day. That's where things really do tie in pretty well. He has to go dig through the rubble. He finds his new wife, well, soon-to-be wife, and then they get together. Then Prescott's saying, we're going to drop the hammer. They drop the hammer. He's in a gas station when the planet is scorched in the back with his pregnant wife and the 2 kids that are on the way. I don't think they were born there. I think she was just really heavy into labor. And he looks outside. Everything's gone. Everything's been wiped out. And Dizzy survives this. He is now stranded, but he survives this chilling out at a gas station. Cities are being destroyed left and right. Millions are being killed. Dizzy's alive in a gas station, continues on, fights as a stranded, joins the lifeboat because his wife died, and now one of his daughters, they're twins, now has the same sickness his wife died from. So he joins up, and oh my god, the things this man has gone through, the things this guy has done, the things that he has in his head, the reason he keeps fighting, it's so goddamn amazing. And that's not even the reason he fights. The reason he fights is pretty much just for hope. Everyone has their reasons for fighting. Marcus doesn't even know what to expect when he's done fighting. He even asks, what do we have now at the end? Because his goal was to win, the COG to win, but he never really had a goal in the end. But, the entire time, people like Bear, Dom, they're fighting. They have their own goals. Then you have Dizzy. He has his goal, and it's really just hope. His job is, he wants to bring hope. He wants his daughters to have a hope and it's his hope too, that someday they will never have to fight. They will never have to deal with war. They will never have to be dealing with monsters every day. They get there tomorrow, like Anya says at the end of 3. That's all he wants for his daughters, is just for them to be free and have a life. That's all he wants. And he is willing to die for it. But he knows if he dies, they're screwed. So he does go out and fight a lot, but he even told Sam, I think at one point, I don't know if he told him or it was implied, but if something were to happen to me, Sam, please watch my kids. Something like that. But it's this guy goes through all of this. He has kids. He's one of the only person. He doesn't have a whole family. No one has a whole family in Gears. Someone's always dead in the family. But he has like the most collected family. He still has his daughters with him. And they all three make it to the end. They live. And it's just, it blows your mind the things, how deep his character gets, how much, he doesn't even have growth because of the fact that he's already grown. The flashback is to show where he came to this point, and it's amazing. You don't need character growth from the guy. Like, maybe if he started giving up his alcohol at the end of 3, but we didn't get really heavy into him in 2. So I don't think it was really needed because he wasn't a focus. It was by far, this is why he's my favorite character. He has gone through so much. You know, Dom, he's gone through a lot too, but it's like you have a lot more focus on Dom about everything he goes through. And for me, it's like nothing against Dom, but it's like I'm not really that hung up on Dom. It's all sad, and I really am interested in it, but it's like there's a lot of other stories here, and if I had to pick my favorites, it's like character progression, Baird wins, just story in general, I think Dizzy wins. Legacy, Clayton wins because of his brothers. It's like, I gotta side with them. Sorry, Dom. I love you, but they gotta win out on that end. So, I don't know. I just wanted to do this. I know it's not like the traditional way I do it. Yeah, I just wanted to make this as like a birthday gift to me. Hi, me tomorrow if you see this. It's just, I don't know. That's why Dizzy's my favorite character. I'm probably gonna make some crazy, amazing thumbnail for this just for shits and giggles. So thank you guys for bearing through me with this week. I know I kind of went off the deep end with it, with doing my own kind of stuff with it instead of just going with what I said. But again, like I just wanted to make something for me since my birthday is coming up, you know. So if you enjoyed it, thank you. If you didn't, don't worry. We'll be getting to the normal stuff coming up next week. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. You guys have a great one. Thank you for sticking through me with this one. And if you also have a birthday coming up this week, happy birthday. If it's this month, happy birthday. This year, happy birthday. Last year, happy birthday. You guys have a great one. Have, I don't know, great day, birthday, night, whatever time. See you guys later.